It's so beautiful. Good morning from Xi'an, China. It is my first time in the city and I'm about to go for a little run. I do not have access to Google Maps in China, so every run just turns into an adventure because I get so lost, but it is kind of more fun that way. So that is the plan for this morning, but the plan for the upcoming days is to eat some yummy food here in Xi'an before flying over to Hong Kong to eat even more yummy food.
I feel like Chinese bananas are not as good, but China apples, out of this world, guys. Truly spectacular apple. Banana could use some work.
I am definitely not one of those people who eats to live. I really do live to eat, and that same personality trait can definitely be applied to traveling. Like for me, I'm like, isn't the whole point of traveling to go eat? So my entire itinerary is structured around food spots, except when I'm here. I enjoy getting to see that every day. So I live with my dad when I come to China and basically just follow him around wherever work takes him, because there are like these 3 or 4 crucial apps you must have here in China to literally do anything, get anywhere, pay for things, look things up, order food at restaurants, and like survive. These apps are like the keys to China. And once you know how to use those keys, you can basically unlock China. My Chinese though, if I'm being like overly generous, is at the kindergarten level, so I cannot access these keys, so I resort to following the pack. So for lunch today, I followed everyone to this mall, and inside the mall there was this very average looking food court. Really didn't look like anything special, but if I've learned anything about China, is that you do not judge the potential of the food by how the restaurant or food court looks. But this is one of the biggest dilemmas I have to deal with on a daily basis, choosing what food to fill up my stomach with, because the food here is insanely cheap, and I mean like every dish is around $1 to $2, so you technically could buy every single item here and it would still probably be cheaper than eating a meal out back at home. So today we narrowed it down to like 9 dishes and shared. So every province in China is known for specific dishes and cooking styles, and my mom is obsessed with all the dishes this place is known for. She's specifically very passionate about this dish called liang pi, which are cold rice noodles seasoned with a tangy, spicy, savory sauce. And then this is another classic. These are savory, stir-fried jelly-like cubes made of mung bean. And the thing this place is probably most famous for is their meat in a bun, which is basically like a fluffy flatbread stuffed with seasoned pork belly. And the bun will soak up like all the fatty, flavorful juices, and it's delicious. We also found a stall that was selling tofu nao, which my mom and brother bond over. It's like a super soft tofu pudding doused in savory sauce and chili oil. And I think I'm actually incapable of saying no to gelato. It just calls to me, and I must answer. We got Kinder Bueno, got dark chocolate, crispy brownie. Exciting. Oh my god. It's quite good. I remember when I was little, I absolutely hated coming back to China. I think it was mainly because we always went in the middle of summer and I always got heat rash. And I also always got very sad as a chunkier, taller, thicker boned kid. They never let me forget it whenever I came back. Relatives, retail workers, even just like strangers would make comments about my body, the darker shade of my skin, my weight, my size, my height. I think those comments are very normal here, but as a very sensitive young child, that was not great for my self-esteem at age 7, and it definitely tainted my overall experience in China.
Got a speed run today. Eating another China banana. There's something off about these bananas, man. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something bizarre going on. I'm also eating some of this Cliff Bar. Apparently there's like a track right over there. I'm gonna try to do my speed run there today.
So with age and therapy and perspective, now I just don't care what other people think about me or my body. And I think it's also because I've become so much more than just a body. Like, if the only way I'm measuring my body's value is from how it looks compared to the current trending body type, it's literally never going to be good enough. But if I choose to value my body as, you know, the thing that allows me to move and enjoy life and see the world and eat a bunch of noodles with people I love, gratitude comes a lot easier. It's just not your body's job to keep changing to fit the current beauty standard. And I've also learned that my job isn't to perfect my body, but my job is to learn how to speak kindly to my body and listen to what it needs and get more skilled at filtering the triggering comments in social media posts and work on my self-worth.
I only have these Asian spoons though to eat it with, which is funny. Why is the honey white? This is breakfast number 1, and then we're gonna go at breakfast number 2.
Like, you and your body are gonna be in a really, really long-term committed relationship. So you're gonna bicker, you're not always gonna be on the same page, you're not always gonna like her. But at the end of the day, it's you and your body against the world, not you against your body. You have to be on the same team. We also did come back to the same food court again because we couldn't stop thinking about how yummy it was. And now I actually love coming back to China too. And yes, I am totally out of routine and I am definitely lacking some veggies, and I do be skipping a couple workouts here and there, and I probably have gained some weight. And the idea of gaining weight would have totally sent me into a spiral back in the day, but our bodies are made to change. And you know what? The weight I gain here, to me, represents how much life and joy and food freedom and memories with my family I gained here too. Weight isn't bad. Being present and enjoying food isn't bad. Skipping a workout so you can spend more time with family is not bad. But restricting and obsessing and under-eating and prioritizing numbers and appearances over your life experiences, now, I would say that might be kind of bad. Out of the 2 entire months we were back in China for, I have never seen my mom as happy than when she was in this food court. She's been deprived of good Chinese food in Canada though for like 26 years. So while she's here, it's like she's making up for all the lost meals. So we did come back again for lunch. Yes, I'm fully aware that we have a problem, but somehow it tasted even better than yesterday. We got these pot stickers packed with so much flavor and juiciness, and the skin was so perfectly thin and crispy. I was devouring them at a very impressive pace. And these hand-pulled noodles were beautiful. Like, so chewy, bouncy, thick, and just like warmed my soul.
My brother bought these healthy chocolates and took a bite and threw it out. I'm gonna try them. Give them one more chance. They weigh nothing. It's not bad. Chalky chocolate. Whoa! I was asleep, just doing some work. Oh my god, that tastes so bad. Sorry. Oh my god, what in the world? Oh, you can do it. But then 不会热.
So we devoured our food, said goodbye to this food court once and for all, and hopped on a plane to the land of pineapple buns.
pistachio 不错，这个也 OK。2个一起吃，哎，什么创意？哎，什么？哦。
So many ice cream options. What is that? Oh my god, I need to try that one. Yeah. Are they getting married? Ho ho ho. I started my first day in Hong Kong by treating myself to a 24-kilometer run by the pier on Hong Kong Island. I was smiling so big my face hurt. Just kilometers and kilometers of views and water and other runners. I think this was one of the top runs of my life. I was also running in my new Asics Mega Blasts, which are so comfy, and my legs felt like they were flying, and my heart was just so happy. And then I basically ran straight to this bagel shop right across from our hotel with really, really insane Google reviews. My mom and I shared an open-faced avocado bagel, accompanied by some scrambled eggs and screaming babies. Like, right in front of us there was a table of toddlers screaming and crying the entire time. I don't think they like their bagels very much. And then we ventured down the street for the first of several pineapple buns. Thank you. This had to be like the largest ratio of shell to actual bun I've ever experienced, and the shell is obviously the best part, so I was very happy. It's so perfect. The actual bun was also so soft and light and airy and delicious. On every family vacation, my job is being the designated tour guide because somehow my entire family is type B non-planners, which means I just can't count on them. So when we travel, I'm constantly on Google Maps, reading Google reviews, finding food spots, and making sure we don't get lost. So one of my top travel tips is getting an eSIM. Absolutely life-changing, so convenient, and has saved me so much time and money. So it keeps you connected without having to pay extra roaming fees or needing to buy a physical SIM card at the airport. I use Airlo, and I 1000% recommend. You can actually use my code Linda3 for $3 off your first eSIM purchase with Airlo. They're the world's first and largest eSIM platform, and they have eSIMs for over 200 destinations. For my entire Asia trip, I've been using Airlo's 30-day Asia plan, and it gives me 20 gigabytes, which averages out to less than $2 a day instead of the $18 a day roaming fees I would have to pay with my current phone plan. And it's way too simple to use. You basically just download the app and create an account, choose an eSIM plan, purchase your eSIM, install your eSIM, and then you just turn on your eSIM when you arrive at your destination. And that way, the moment we land, I can call an Uber and find all the best restaurants so my family doesn't starve. So yeah, definitely recommend. And you can use my code Linda3 for $3 off your first eSIM purchase. A 4.9 on Google reviews is suspiciously high, and when it has 8,000 reviews, super duper suspicious. I've had a lot of exceptional Italian food in my day, so expectations were high going in. Started off really weak. The free bread was extremely disappointing, but it was free, so I can't really complain. But we did have to pull out an apple to eat because the hangar was settling in. The apps were very yummy. The pastas though, what they are known for, honestly, not super impressed.
Okay. Wait. Go. Ready?
It's not really as good as school cafeterias are yet.
First time trying True Bar. Wait, should I try cookie dough, peanut butter and jelly, or smoother fudger peanut butter? Peanut butter and jelly. Ooh, it's like... These are really good. The texture is really good.
You know where that is.
It's just chocolate soft serve, Milo powder, and one piece of Kit Kat, and Cocoa Puffs. It really likes that dude. He's the cat whisperer. It's like that woman in Home Alone with the pigeons, but instead of pigeons, it's cat. Oh my god, what is happening?
Ah, yes, I have been waiting too long for this moment. Bestest, fluffiest scrambled eggs ever, served with a side of chaos and stress and screaming.
Oh my gosh, yay!
This restaurant is very overstimulating and very touristy, but also very, very worth the hype in my opinion.
Good?
And there was actually no long line down the street today because we came at 6 p.m. Usually they stick me at a table with 3 other strangers, but today we got our own table. But I kind of miss sharing, like trying to somehow fit everyone's plate on the tiny table is like part of the experience. My go-to order is the scrambled eggs on toast, plus a Hong Kong style French toast. The eggs are luscious and creamy and fluffy and actually melt in your mouth. And the French toast looks kind of underwhelming, but with the maple syrup, oh my god, it's so addictive. And right down the street is another classic, Kai Kai dessert. They are extremely Michelin recommended and also, yes, very hyped up, but they have a solid black sesame soup and some really crazy delicious stuffed black sesame balls. And both my mom and my brother were impressed and very happy. And as their tour guide, them being happy made me very happy. Mission accomplished. I am totally a sponge. I really absorb other people's emotions and also my surroundings. I really do enjoy the convenience and energy of a big city, just not for too long. And I think this is one of the reasons I love Hong Kong so much, because you can hop on a ferry and in 30 minutes you're in a completely different world and you also feel like a completely different person.
What a fat mango.
We wanted to run away to a little island today, and you'll see later in the video that it was like the most beautiful sunny day. So calm and peaceful. Everyone was admiring the views and slowly letting time pass. Meanwhile, in my brain, I was flipping out for absolutely no reason. Basically, I'd made a rough plan of things to do and like when we should do them by, and we were running about 4 hours behind schedule. Like, I actually think I'm a really chill person as long as I have complete control of literally everything at all times and nothing goes wrong and I never make mistakes and everything happens exactly like I imagined it in my brain. So basically, yes, I'm never that chill. I've definitely gotten better though. I think For me, overthinking and overplanning and worrying and trying to be perfect are ways I momentarily ease my anxiety about the fact that I really have no say over what happens to me and that life is completely unpredictable. So it gives me the illusion of safety and security when, in reality, life is gonna do its thing whether or not I'm being a crazy control freak. On top of being behind schedule, I was also hangry. A dangerous combo. We had to wait almost 2 hours in line to eat because no one on this island is in a rush except me. And I'm like, guys, the sun is actually going to set before we get anything done. And my brother was like, dude, chill. We don't have to do it exactly like you planned. Let's just relax and see where the day takes us. We're on vacation, you dummy. Our job right now is literally to not be stressed. And then my mom chimed in and was like, the point is doing all of these things together, not just doing things. So I took a couple deep breaths. I erased the plan from my mind and tried to just let things go and let things be. And the day ended up being nothing like I had planned, which of course is what made it so much better. It started with this super insane egg tart. They actually call it a dirty egg tart, which I feel like was a very fitting name. It was like one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth, guys.
What are these sounds?
Oh my god. It's like an egg tart drowning in chocolate. Good. So rich and decadent and chocolatey, and it had a super buttery crust and soft melty egg tart filling. And then the day just kept getting better because we got mango mochi that was so fresh and juicy and plump, and the mochi skin was perfectly chewy and bouncy and stretchy. If I could, I would have taken like 30 home with me.
Oh my god. Oh, it's quite good.
It all just feels so uncertain. I have no idea where life is gonna take me, but that's exactly it. That's kind of exactly what we want, because that means really incredible things that you never even imagined could be possible can happen. Crazy opportunities can enter your life on a random Tuesday afternoon. Life scares the living shits out of me, but life also has surprised me in the most beautiful of ways. I want to know what's next. Like, I want to have some sort of written guarantee or something that promises me that I'm gonna be okay. But if I knew all the plot twists, yes, life would be less stressful, but it would also be less fun. If I knew exactly when I'd meet all the people who would shape my life, I'd never have to worry, but I'd never be amazed at the universe. If I could fast forward and preview the whole story, then what would be the point, you know, of living, of dreaming, of writing, of trying? There is so much beauty in just trying and failing and trying again. We wouldn't learn because we wouldn't make mistakes. We would never have terrible dating stories to tell our friends. We wouldn't need to go on crazy adventures to find ourselves. We would never need hope. You know those moments where you're like so aware that you're alive? Like, this moment is the only moment that matters. Then you can't believe you actually feel okay and how excited you are about the future, and you can't believe all those things that you went through led you to this very moment. And for a moment, it's clear. All the mess makes sense. Because what do you mean I spent all day worrying we wouldn't be able to have enough time for the hike, and I still end up getting to witness the most beautiful views? I felt so trapped in a relationship, in a city, in my own head. But now I'm on this tiny island in the middle of Asia staring out into the ocean, and I feel free again. It's like that moment you realize all the times things didn't work out, they actually did. And that fills me with so much hope. Maybe it's a gift in disguise, the unpredictability of it all. Like, yeah, it could all go incredibly wrong, but it also could all go incredibly right. There's a macaroon.
That's great. It's worth $5.
This is pistachio. Wow, I'm so excited to eat these mangoes.
She kind of just straight up said she and keep pushing are reasonable. It's okay to want different styles that can clash sometimes. Deeper, another reason it won't get past date 3 is if I'm just like pushing people away. If you have, and finally, if you're outlook
on our last full day in Hong Kong, I took everyone on a little foodie adventure. I mean, every day in Asia, low-key turns into a foodie adventure whether you want it to or not. But we started the day off with my favorite, and I mean, like, I must get this every single time I come back to Hong Kong, and it still blows my mind every time how something so simple and cheap can be so freaking yummy. It's just the perfect combination of textures and flavors and sweet and savory. She's just perfect. My mom and my brother are also huge tofu fans, so I took them to this place I've always wanted to try. It's like the oldest tofu pudding shop in Hong Kong or something.
I mean, I need help. Oh, it's hot. Good.
And after everyone struggled to unlid the tofu pudding for about 10 minutes, we were rewarded with the most jiggly, soft, authentic tofu in a cup. It really just tasted like it was made with love. The soy milk was also really yummy. It makes me so happy when I randomly stumble across a fat line for food. I'm like, ah, here are my people. This line was for black sesame goodies, and it was a very good decision. We got a black sesame soft serve and a black sesame soup. The sesame flavor of the soft serve was so like saturated in the best way possible, and they put this black sesame drizzle on top that is so potent, like pure black sesame-ness. My taste buds were shocked, and we warmed up the black sesame soup when we got home, and we collectively agreed it was like possibly the best we've ever had.
Oh, it's so intense.
I also took my mom to get some authentic wonton egg noodles, and she has a fixation with pig's feet, and they had it on the menu, and she was way too happy. Honestly, today was really just the perfect day of these. Every time I come back, Hong Kong somehow wins over my heart a little more. The food, the energy, the nature, the turtles strolling on the sidewalks, the hikes, the pineapple buns, the ridiculous number of stairs, the 7-Eleven ice cream selection, running on the pier, running into so many of you guys on the pier. I just love the version of myself that I become when I'm here. I really like it here. A little too much. I don't know, I think my sixth sense is tingling. Like, do I move here? Is that crazy? Am I just having like a quarter life crisis? Definitely. But still, I'm being like 75% serious. I don't know. It feels weird. Here I am, you know, without a single clue where I'm headed. There's not even a draft in my notes app with a rough outline or general direction or goal I can pull out when I feel lost. The sun is setting and life looks nothing like I had planned. And the weird thing is, I'm okay with it. I'm even maybe a little bit excited. So for now, I'm just gonna let life do its thing and try my best to enjoy the ride and all the pineapple buns along the way. Yeah, that's the plan. I love you guys. Bye.